Alright, we are live. So basically, what I want to do today is I want to build a base for y'all, Town Hall 12, and I kind of want to explain what my thought process is in building it, why I do the things I do, and kind of what's different from what I do than other builders, and what sets me apart. So, yeah, let's get into it. First, I like to start off with like a town hall count. Just because I feel like if you get it out of the way early, it's kind of a lot easier to just build off of it. I like to start off with like this town hall count. It's just a box around it. It's pretty basic, but there's a lot of things you can do with inside of it, which is what's really neat about it. I'm gonna add 2 holes right there, I think. And then I want to do like I think I want to do 1, 2, 3 right here, because I want to do a Inferno comp over here. And there also has to be a 5x5 right here, which, hold on, I messed it up a little bit. It's going to be one more tile down. Okay. That's how I want it. So what I did here was I want, or, um, I wanted to show y'all like some basic value spread, within this Inferno comp and Town Hall comp by using this dead zone, which nothing can path into, by the way. You can't blizzard into it either because it's one tile. And it's like really, I use these a lot. It's really easy to expand off of. And the reason why I did a 5x5 right here is because a wall breaker couldn't just break open this junction right here to get both of these. So then like a queen walks in here, grabs the Inferno, walks back out, grabs Town Hall, etc. And then what I'm going to do here is I actually want these to be wiggle walls, I think, because I'm going to do 2 tile dead zone like this. I do these quite a bit in like my previous builds. So like they're really helpful to like expand off of, and they're really nice. You do have to be worried about blizzards sometimes, but I don't really think it'll be an issue as I'm planning this to be my core. So it would be like a really like long way to blizzard. Now I'm looking at it. Uh, it's kind of like going from 9 o'clock, pointing at 3 o'clock. Um, so I have an idea. Um, I've done this before, and I've seen a couple people do something not similar, but like almost like the same shape. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a dead zone right here. Okay. So I'm gonna make another Inferno comp. I'm actually gonna have to move this down, right there, I think. Yeah, that'll be fine. So right now it's really linear, but I'm okay with that because you'll see what I want to do in a second. Um, so now, what I would like to do is make an eagle comp. I'm actually going to move the base back a little bit. Oops, right there. This is one too many tiles. So it almost creates like an L shape, which I'm going to still add depth to with my 80 remaining walls. I can actually move this back one more. But I kind of want to do like a L-shaped base because I feel like it's creative, but it's also like you can just do so much with it. And I'll show you what I mean by that in a little bit. Um, because I think I want to bait a Tesla farm bluff over in this area with all this free trash that I'll have. So I'm kind of just doing this and then a hole over here, just to add some depth into the base. And I mean, you can wall break this, but if someone doesn't know they can wall break it, they're gonna have to be forced to come from an awkward angle, and that's just gonna be really uncomfortable for them, I think. Which is kind of what I want to do. I want to add some wiggle walls over here, I think, as well. Just because I feel like wiggle walls kind of adds depth to the base, but it also looks really nice. I actually did that one too many tiles. I'm gonna do it like that, I think. And then I don't want there to be like this awkward thing over here. I'm actually gonna do a 5x5 right here as well. The 5x5 is like if they try and wall break, like if they try and wall break into the town hall comp, if I didn't have this, the wall breaker is just gonna go to the 5x5, probably this wall right here, and it's not gonna explode this wall. If it went for this wall, it will, but most of the time it goes for this wall. So then they have to use 2 wall breakers because I'm setting up. So this is not what I'm gonna put in the base yet. But basically with the 1 tile, or with the 2 tile gap in between this, this can also be displayed as a building as well. Troops just like to walk around. Like if there was a building right here, they would take out this building, then go outside the base. It doesn't work 100% of the time, just so you know. It works most of the time though, if you do it correctly. It has to be 2 tiles away. If it's just 1 tile or like 0 tiles away from this wall, the troops won't, like, they'll just path into the base. I want to do a 5x5 right here so a wall breaker can't target that, and a 3x3 over here so it can't target this wall. I have an idea with my queen. I haven't ever done this before, but I think it should work, and I do not know why that expo just decided to be like that. I'm going to do something like this. I've never done this before, but I think it'll be cool to have almost like an exposed queen, but I can do a Tesla farm bluff over here. So I just think that'll be kind of cool because I've never done one before, and I've seen people do them before, and they work out nicely for it or for them. So I want to try it out. And I'm also gonna add a moat over here because this area of the base needs some more depth to it. A lot of walls now. Okay. I don't like that I ran out of walls so quickly. I kind of want a couple to spare. Let's see. I can take a couple walls from here. Actually, wait. I'm gonna take 1 wall from here. And then where can I take another wall? Let's see. Maybe I push this back. Yeah, I'll push that back. There we go. I usually like to have a couple walls just in case if I want to, like, in case I run out of, like, trash buildings or something, I can replace a wall with a trash building, which is really nice. So that's why I did that. Now that I have my basic skeleton completed, I'm gonna start filling it in. Usually I start filling it in with expos. I'm gonna place 1 right here, and then I'm also gonna place 1 right here. Yes, you can zap these 2, but usually 2 expos isn't enough value because I'm not gonna give them any other value. With that zapping, so yeah, I am okay with that. And then I think I'm gonna place another expo right here on ground. So then it targets the town hall, or it covers the town hall well. It also covers all these 3 infernos. Well, not really this one, but it covers the core infernos, which is what I want. And then I think a wall right here would be nice to kind of negate some of that value. And then, oops, let's see. I think expo right here, just to kind of cover the queen. These two expos cover the queen nicely. So yeah. Now what I usually like to do is place my air defenses because I'm a huge fan of no-fly zones. I really like them a lot. But before I do that, I need to place my CC. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to place my CC right here. And then I'm going to extend this back an extra tile. Just because I want the CC to be right here, near the town hall, so then a Sui isn't too easy. Also, this isn't walkable if I do it like that. And then I can get away with this moat being one tile longer, which will help me a bit more. I'm going to start by placing my air defenses by my town hall. This is usually where I end up placing at least 2. I usually don't go past 2 because 2 can sometimes be too much, but 3 is definitely too much if you have 3 in a town hall comp. The reason why I'm letting these 2 be quakeable together is because if you quake it, you're activating the town hall as well. So it's like you're not gonna quake it. Let's see. So I could have a no-fly zone over here. This is an option. Or I could have a no-fly zone over here. I think I'm gonna put it over here. Something like that, maybe. And the reason behind that is if you have 3 multis up, or even 2 multis up back end, it's really, really, really hard to get through with your Lalo. And by doing that, people are going to kind of be forced to Lalo over here because you don't want your hounds just ditching your loons right away. So that being said, you're also going to have 2 Infernos minimum back end, which is going to be really annoying to get through. Next, I usually like to place my wizard towers. What I do with them is I think I'm going to place one right here because I don't want this to be easily bat bombed. But I also don't want this to be bat bombed together. So I'm going to place one right here. And I know these 2 are tankable by an AD. I'm okay with that because I have 5 wizard towers. That's still plenty of splash that I would have 3 not tankable. And I don't have my Inferno towers near air defenses, except maybe this one. This one's kind of close to this one. So I think I'm pretty chill on splash. I think I want another one right here. Because this side is kind of lacking splash spread. Now it's not, but it was before compared to this side. And then I'm going to place my other 2 where I think they'll be beneficial to my no-fly zone. So maybe in this moat, I think. Now I like to usually decide my pathing for the base and place my sweepers down. So what I mean by pathing is I think I want this to have 2 non-defense buildings in it. So then loons path around. So they'll basically path from here, here. Say this were a defense building. Say this were a defense building to here, here. Totally ignore this. And just keep going on with their day while they're getting shot by this Inferno. And it's really nasty because nothing paths into here unless if I had this as a defense building or this as a defense building. So yeah. Another thing I could do is maybe like that, but I'm not a huge fan of that, so we'll just leave it how it is. So I want this to be completely segregated away from everything, and just have bad pathing. let's see. I think I want a sweeper like right here, maybe pointing like up like this, and then maybe like another sweeper pointing down like here. My reasoning behind this is because I feel like a drag attack right now would either come up from here, blimp the town hall, or come from over here and just sui or zap this eagle. So I kind of negated both entries with a sweeper. Also, I'm enticing a Lalo to come in from over here because it's back, like you're not facing a sweeper. So you're kind of killing two birds with one stone, at least on this base. And now I like to do, like, I like to fill in my base with, like, storages and, like, some point defenses so that I can get a better idea of where I want things to path and how I can manipulate things to the way I want them to be. So I'm going to place a storage right here. I'm going to place a storage right here. And the reason behind that is because I want very, very specific pathing on how the loons are going to path into this inferno. I don't want them to just, like, say this were a defense building. I don't want them to just path into here and also into here. I want them to take the longer route. Wolf actually taught me this while I was building Town Hall 5. So shout out to him. He's a great builder, but he builds at lower town halls. He taught me 3-step pathing, which it's like the kind of same rule in a way, but you can manipulate it more at Town Hall 12. And what he means by this is if you look, since this is a non-defense building, the pathing for loons is this wizard tower, this expo, the sweeper, and then the inferno. Whereas if this were a bomb tower, let's say, which I'm not placing my bomb towers inside the base, I'll explain that in a second. The loons would just go bomb tower, inferno, and that's not what I want. So I want very specific pathing to it. I hope that makes sense. Oops. So now, let's see. I don't have very good air coverage over here. I think when whoa. Oh my gosh, thumbs. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 2 archer towers like so, and an elixir collector and a wall. The reason why I did this was because with the 2-tile gap, I explained it before over by the town hall. I'm just doing the exact same thing, but I noticed that there wasn't air coverage over here, and with a cannon, you don't get air coverage anymore, or like not anymore. You don't get air coverage at all with it. So a stone slammer would be susceptible to it. So I kind of want a little bit more air coverage over here. And then I'm also going to do a geared archer tower right here because I feel like it's really helpful with back end Lalo. And I'll explain more about that like when I'm trapping the base. And then I'm also going to do like a cannon right here to make it sophisticated pathing into here. And then I think I want to do like an archer tower around here. I mean, it can be really any point defenses. But I'm just going to do an archer tower because I feel like archer towers are a little bit better than cannons because they target air as well. Some people feel differently about that, but in my personal experience, they're better than archer towers. Or they're better than cannons, I mean. So, yeah. I think I want to do a cannon like right here as well. Again, it could be an archer tower. It doesn't matter too much. But I don't know. I'm just gonna put a cannon right there because it's a point defense, and it'll kind of serve its purpose anyway. So now that I have most of the skeleton filled in, I'm going to start worrying about the town hall camp a little bit more. Because I want some more point defenses by it. Oops. I'm going to do an archer tower right here. And I'm going to do a gold storage right here just to make it tough to beat through. And then also a cannon like so. Let's see. So now I basically have the base filled in except for trash. Well, I'm going to just do cannon right here. It doesn't matter too much. It can be really anything. I would do an expo, but I don't have any more expos left. So, yeah. But now that I have most of the base filled in, I'm going to start worrying about making sure my air defenses and my wizard towers not having direct pathing to them. Also, this inferno has pretty direct pathing to it. So I'm going to fix that as well. Let's see, I'm going to start off with this inferno before I forget because I feel like that's a big issue. I'm going to put a cannon like this and a mortar like that. If you notice, this wizard tower has a 3-tile range. What I mean by that is like 3 tiles. Let's see. So this is like 3 tiles right here, okay? If you have a defense in front of it that's 4 tiles away or more, an ice golem can no longer tank this wizard tower. If that makes sense. So that's just what I was kind of doing there. I'm actually going to move this up 1, then over 1. Let's see. I'm going to do 2 tiles away, I think. I need a builder hut right here. I'm going to place a Tesla, and then a cannon, and an archer tower on this side. The reason why I put a Tesla right here, actually I think I did this wrong. Let me see, scout view. Nope, okay. The reason why I put a Tesla right there is because without the Tesla they can still get it, but with the Tesla it pops up and then it forces the loons to go over here. Go to there or there. I'm only going to use 1 though. I'm going to put a barrack right there just to kind of get a little bit of trash down. Let's see. I'm also going to do like an archer tower right here and a mortar right there. And then I just need to cover these 2, and this one I'm not too worried about because it's near town hall. But I'll just cover it with like a cannon or something. Like, I know it's going to be tankable, but there's not too much I can do about it without having no trash over there. And like I said, it's near town hall, so I'm not too worried about it. But I need to fix this over here. Oops. With a mortar. So now I think I want to focus on my Tesla farm bluff. Actually, hold on 1 second. I almost forgot. I need a archer tower right there as my last defense building. Because otherwise this would be directly targetable, and that is no bueno. I'm going to place a gold storage right there. Hold on. I'm just going to get a little bit of trash down over here. Just because I like getting trash down kind of early. I feel like it just helps my brain understand what I'm doing more with the base. There we go. That's enough. Now I'm going to focus on this 6 o'clock section over here. Because I feel like we can really do a nice bait. I'm gonna do 2 elixir, what are these called, storages over here, and then I'm also gonna do bomb tower like so, and a gold mine, and then one right here. And then some. The reason why I'm doing all like elixir collectors is because like tell me this doesn't look fishy over here if you have all elixir collectors. But whereas if I had mixed them up with gold mines and stuff, it wouldn't look as fishy. It wouldn't, like, nobody would expect a Tesla farm to be there. They might, but like with that, they're really gonna put their time into planning. Like, okay, there's gonna be a Tesla farm right there probably, which is just kind of why I'm doing it. Also, I put elixir storages over here because they're just big pink like blobs, and that's something you'll notice rather than like a gold mine or a gold storage. I can actually swap. Oops. I can actually swap this one, so then it's not as bright in the middle of the base, and they don't focus on the pathing right here I established. All right, let's see. Okay. I'm gonna do builder hut. Okay, I do have more huts right here. Just because I don't want trash to be accessible from right there, and yeah, I don't know. I don't want it to just be free right there. That's what I meant. I just could not speak right there. That was my bad. I'm gonna do some trash over here, like so. No really rhyme or reason to how I'm placing it. I'm just making sure stuff is not boulder bounceable, and that uh, that like it's just placed down in a decent trash pattern, I guess. I'm probably gonna end up doing my Tesla farm over here, because what I'm expecting is a Lalo to come in from over here, one hound on there, one hound on here. Lalo to come in from over here, probably Stone Slammer right here. So then I feel like a Tesla farm would just ruin the whole attack back here. At least for pathing, because then they path around in the Tesla farm and get tied up, and nothing goes into this core again, and it just stalls up. It either time fails or it will fail. So I feel like a Tesla farm back there would be really, really nice. I'm gonna use my extra wall right here because I don't have any place else to put it, but also I don't want free. Like I want it to be on the edge, so then it's uncomfortable for the attacker to place troops. Which is why I did that. Now I'm gonna place some trash by the town hall near 9 o'clock. Just because I feel like, I mean, it's important, obviously, but still need some trash over here. So yeah, and then I need some trash over there, and yeah, I think that should be good. So I'm gonna do a gold mine right here. I'm gonna move this over one, just because I don't want there to be an awkward gap. And then remove this over one, and that's like so. And then if you have the 6 builder, I'm going to put it right there. If you don't, it's totally fine. I only have it on 2 of my 12s. I would just, if you're giving the base to someone, I would not include it just in case if they don't have it, unless if you know that they have it. Like, if, let's say right here, you were to use the 6 builder, I would not do that because if the person that you're giving it to doesn't have the 6 builder, then then they're just gonna have a hole in their base and it's not gonna be very good. So I would just include it with the trash, and doesn't have to be anywhere specific, just somewhere that it's useful that makes the trash ring. around the base, a little bit like tighter almost. Another thing, if you notice, is throughout my trash ring, it's really touching the edge. Um, I feel like that's important because it makes like troops almost uncomfortable to place if you have to place them on the very edge each and every time. Um, like especially for like cocoa loons and stuff, it can be annoying and also unpredictable. Um, but also I feel like it's important just to have like a nice trash layer around the whole entire base, just to kind of make sure like your trash is thorough, there's no gaps in it and stuff, and um, like it's just well placed, especially if it's like on the edge. Because I mean, I feel like at Town Hall 12 it should be on the edge more because you have so many buildings, but um, also your base is quite large. Like if you look at my walls right now, look how large that is. It takes up at least 50%, if not 75% of the whole entire base. Um, so I feel like either way, your trash ring should be touching the edge, which that's okay if it is. Just don't have too much free trash. What I mean by free trash right now is a minion or an archer can pick off this army camp or something, which is a free funnel. But to fix that, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to place my Tesla farm over there because again, you're not having free trash over there, but also killing two birds with one stone again because the Lalo is going to come from over here with the sweeper facing this way. It's enticing the Lalo. Um, and like the Lalo is just going to come in from here. And the Tesla farm will really like ruin things up for it. So I'm going to just kind of place my Tesla farm something like this. Not super specific, but actually, hold on. Right there. But I feel like with this mortar right here and the Tesla will pop, it's establishing pathing as well to go to go farther outside the base. Um, so yeah. Before I start with like too much specific trapping, I'm going to um, put two SAMs right here before I forget. And the reason why I'm doing this is because with a Lalo coming from over here, I'm actually going to move this up one in case I want to put some SAMs right here. I'm also going to move this one up too. Anyway, from a Lalo coming from right here, a Stone Slammer is very susceptible to right here because there's not much air coverage over here. Like the AD isn't covering it. So a good attacker is going to use two loons to funnel this, Stone Slammer this, and then it goes right into the Inferno. The thing they don't know, though, is that there's two SAMs right there. So I feel like if you see a spot on your base that looks weak to Stone Slammer pathing, just put a SAM or two in front of it. A Stone Slammer can be so OP because it has so much health, but two SAMs get it down to like 100 health or something, and then the Archer Tower, or like an Archer Tower or multi, can just take it out real fast. And it's just a Stone Slammer wasted, pretty much. So now I'm going to think about like my SAMs on where I would expect a Queen Charge to come from. And on this specific base, I think a Queen Charge is going to come from the Town Hall, very likely. Because a Queen Charge hybrid, the hybrid's going to path into this area. And a Queen Charge Lalo, we kind of already established that. Two Hounds right here, Lalo through that. Most likely, maybe zap one of these. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place one SAM out here. And the reason why I'm doing that is because if they don't place a Coco Loon first, one of their healers is just going to get plucked off right away by this SAM. So then they're immediately down to 4 healers. Or 3 if they only brought 4, but most people bring 5. So they're immediately brought down to 4 healers, which makes their Queen Charge weaker. And then now I need to think, where would a Coco Loon hit a Sam? Like, if I had a Sam right here, Coco Loon's going to target that Archer Tower, I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm 99% sure it's going to target the Archer Tower when they place it in this corner. Or this cannon. So then that Sam will get, like, hit by a Coco Loon, which will be no good. So, like, a safer spot would be, like, over here. This will still hit a healer if the healer comes in this range, which it will eventually. And then also I'm going to place one, like, back here in case if they try and do a deeper Queen Charge. And then maybe one in, like, maybe one in, like, this dead zone. One in the dead zone in case if they try and jump into here, then they're just going to get caught by another Sam. Which is really nice. So now I'm going to focus on my spring traps because I feel like spring traps are really, really important for hybrid, and that's really all it. That's really it. But they're still very important. They're probably the best ground trap you have in the game, except for maybe skeleton traps. But that's really debatable. So most people would use them like this, for example, or like between a building like, between a building like that. But what's really best is to go like that, because then you'll spring 3 hogs and 3 miners on each of these springs instead of just springing 1 on this spring. And I know this because it's been tested and like multiple times, and you have 100% chance of springing 2 to 3. And just think about that. If you spring 3 each and every time, you have 8 spring traps. 8 times 3 is 24. That's 24 troops sprung. And you usually have 14, like 12 to 14 miners, 10 to 12 hogs. So, not including the CC hogs, but the CC hogs usually die out real fast. Just because they kind of get separated from the group usually. So, if you think about that, that's 24 troops, and that player's hybrid is 24 troops. So, you can literally just spring their whole entire hybrid, and it's pretty much done for at that point. You're also spamming the Queen Charge, which makes the Queen Charge die out fast, so that's also important. So the next, I'm expecting a Queen hybrid to come in from here, just because you get the best padding that way. Probably like King right here, Siege Barrack over here, maybe like a baby dragon over here, to just funnel that out. And then hybrid up through here. So I'm going to place 2 springs right here like that. They have to be touching each other with Infernos. And like, they can't be like that because then you're not going to spring anything. They got to be right in front of the Inferno. I'm also going to spring right here. And I think I'm going to spring right here. I sprung like that because if I put the springs like this, that's a 50-50 chance of the hogs getting sprung or the miners getting sprung each time. But if I spring like this, some hogs and some miners are going to come over here and get sprung when they're moving through. So that's why I feel like you should always try and place it between a building, like between 2 buildings. It doesn't matter if it's a defense building or if it's like a storage or a collector or something like that. So yeah. The next thing I know how to do is with stopping hybrid is, using some skeleton traps like this around an Inferno, You can do this with a queen, but since I have an exposed queen, I'm not really going to do it with a queen. But basically what happens is you have these 3 skeleton traps coming along, popping up, distracting the miners for like at least 30 seconds. And then also they're getting killed because you're going to have, sometimes you have a queen by them with an inferno, or you have like an extra inferno in range. Um, so they're going to be stalled for a while getting hit by an inferno, and they're going to end up dying out with that. But the hogs keep moving on, but without the miners taking out like some extra DPS and tanking for the hogs just end up dying out real fast. So that's why that's pretty ingenious. And as long as you don't have too much like Sui issues, you're pretty safe to just use your 3 skeleton traps by a place where they would hybrid. Just make sure you have it near an inferno. For Town Hall 13s, if you're a Town Hall 13 watching this, I wouldn't have it too close to a scatter. It's okay if it's in range of a scatter, but with a scatter you kind of need like the scatter has that like almost like an eagle range where it can't shoot around it so far. If you get in that range, like it's useless. And the miners can just abuse that. So I wouldn't do that. If I were a Town Hall 13, I would still put it around an inferno. That being said, it could be deadly in range of a scatter, where they pop up in range, and then the scatter just shoots the miners. That's a possibility, but I'm not a Town Hall 13 pro, so maybe ask someone who's really good at Town Hall 13 that question. That's just my thoughts on it. Now I think I'm gonna place my red air bombs. These are pretty specific how I like them to be placed. I like them to be placed where they're gonna hit loons, like a good group of loons, but also not be hit by like hound pups or a hound. So first I'm gonna place 2 like right here because I want the stone slammer to pop, and then these 2 air bombs just hit the loons right away to weaken them, like by a significant amount. I usually like groups of 2 because it just deals more damage. And then it gets them down to like half health, or maybe like 3/4 half health, somewhere around there, which can be really deadly paired with like an inferno or 2 infernos. And then I'm going to place, oops, wall piece. You're not supposed to move like that. I'm gonna place 2 like right here, just in case if anything goes into the core, like some stray loons path into the core, they're just gonna get hit by the red air bombs and then get roasted by the multi. They might not die, but they'll be really weak. And then the last ones I'm gonna pair with this archer tower because this geared archer tower is basically like a short range expo, if not deadlier. Also, it has some splash around it, and I have 2 red air bombs by it. So any loons coming in this area, unless if they freeze this, they're gonna have a really tough time getting through this area. So yeah. Next I'm gonna do my tornado trap. I feel like the tornado trap is like one of the most versatile traps in the game. You can really use it anywhere, except for by ADs because you don't want a hound to trigger it. But you can use it to stop blimps. You can use it to stop a Lalo. You can use it to stop or slow down a wall wrecker. There's so many ways you can use it. You can even use it to pull a queen in so that the healers get roasted by a town hall. By the like Giga Tesla. I've seen some pros do that. But I'm gonna place it on this base, like right here, I think, because it's not in range of this air defense, or this one, and it'll help stop the Lalo a little bit, as the loons are going to paddle into here with the stone slammer padding into here as well. So they'll all be kind of surrounded in this swirl, or as Lexno says, the disco dance, or the disco dance, something like that. And then they'll get hit with the red air bombs. So yeah. Now I have my giant bombs and my small bombs left. I feel like these are really important because you need to know how to use them correctly so that you can stop witches, but you also want to stop like a sneaky goblin blimp, which isn't crazily used at Town Hall 12, but it's still used. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place 2 giant bombs in the back of the town hall in case if anybody tries to blimp this. We send a blimp in here, the sneaky gobs just die right away. And then I have 4 giant bombs and 6 small bombs, and I'm going to make some witch bombs, and what I mean by that is a giant bomb and 2 small bombs. And why I do this is because this gets the witches to 1 HP, especially with the bomb tower right there. And the skeletons can't trigger the traps unless if like a barb or something triggers it for them. So this gets the witches down to like 3/4 health, and then this finishes the witches off, which is really nice. I'm also gonna do 1 giant bomb right here just in case if some survive. Then there's still a giant bomb just in case, and the Giga Tesla thing. And then I'm gonna do a witch bomb right here. I'm not too worried about this flank, to be honest, because it's probably gonna die. I'm expecting witches to come in from here. Probably zap these 2 out. Take these out with the core push. Because there's pretty good pathing if they do decide to witch it. So I just want to make sure it doesn't work. And then, actually going to move this over 1 and then put my last witch bomb right here. But this flank will die because of the queen and king and the splash. Then this flank will die because I have 1 witch bomb, 1 giant bomb, bomb tower, a couple wizard towers, geared archer tower, Tesla farm. There's just so much on that one. And then there's again so much on this one that both flanks will die, and then the core push will be easy to kill with the giant bombs right here and the Giga Tesla. So that is my take on a live build at Town Hall 12. I hope y'all enjoyed. I'm probably going to do more of these in the future at multiple town halls. Maybe I'll even throw some like Town Hall 7 in there or something. And I hope you learned something, and I hope that you enjoyed it. I really had fun making this base. I'm excited to test it and see how it does. And yeah, here is the scout view for y'all. I know some people like the scout view. I like it. It just makes the base look a lot cleaner, except for that giant bomb that's right there. I do not know why that is there. There we go. So there's all the there's no traps, and then here is no buildings. I didn't try and go crazy at Town Hall 12. Like, sometimes I go really crazy with, like, channel bases and stuff, which I'll probably end up doing a video about in the future. But I kind of just went simple, kind of went with what I know, and tried to explain the basics, and also some more advanced stuff that I like to use in my builds. So, yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. And have a great rest of your day.